Okay. So that's why we have this meeting, just kind of calibration meeting for him to know exactly the expectations that we have
Yeah,
and deliver on that expectation. But mainly just having a casual conversation, like a professional but friendly at the same time,
sure.
clear and articulated. So I don't know if you might like to talk about it.
Yeah. Were you wanting to go over the script, or what can we do to get kind of help Nicholas
This
get
the
rolling?
script the script would be good. Good idea. If we can start with the script, so that will be the structure, and then we just go from there.
Okay. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull that up.
Okay.
I don't know where that thing is, man.
Oh, no problem. Let me send it to you right away. Let me send it to you on this chat right here.
Can you email it to me? Actually,
Oh yeah, absolutely yes.
I
Let me
was
send
looking
you.
for your email. I can't find it.
Okay, no problem. So let me just go and send it right here. Click. So how's summer going on? Are you enjoying it?
How's what?
Summertime
Oh
is
yeah,
getting.
yeah. Um, just like I said, ready to kind of get back to work. So
It's a
yeah. So you guys, you said you listened to the phone call that you recorded the other day.
Nicolas.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, yeah. And did you have any questions or thoughts about it?
Well, yeah, basically, there were like 3 points made, mainly about benefits and also how we can help the agents get more, build more relationships and not worry too much about the phone calls per se. Um, we have a lot of agents that are going to help them with that, and we're gonna make sure that they're not in the 85 to 90% of real estate agents that drop within the first 3 years. um, those were kind of like the main points that I got, so I'm gonna definitely make sure to use those during the phone calls.
Exactly. I think there were
Yes.
two key, really key points
Mm-hmm.
on that script, and one of them was the 80 to 90%,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other statistic. And absolutely, I would go, or the story about the agent running. Actually, this happened to me yesterday. I went on an appointment, and the guy said that his nephew was a broker, was a realtor.
Oh wow.
Kind of
Mm-hmm.
situation happens, like not all the time, but not on every appointment, but probably one out of every few appointments it happens.
Gotcha.
And everybody knows a broker, everybody knows a realtor. And at that point it's like, okay, well, how can I stop that situation right now from escalating into a waste of time, so trying to turn things around and helping the buyer, or the prospect, to understand the value that we're bringing to the table as agents.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not gonna win that battle every time, but at least if you practice those conversations, those objections, it puts you in a position where you have a chance. So
Yeah. Yeah, well, I can make an emphasis on the experience that we have, and with the knowledge that we've acquired, thanks to that experience, we can help them like with any type of rebuttal that a homeowner may give to them. For example, that's like the most common rebuttal that they get, right? Like, oh, I already know another real estate agent. My uncle's a real estate agent, or what's like the most common rebuttal that an agent has? get.
That's probably a key one.
Mhm.
The main thing is that when you go on an initial appointment, when you go
Mhm.
on an initial appointment, 100% or 99% of the time, the buyer is not going to buy that house. So let's say, for example, we got a lead that said, I want to go look at 123 Main Street. And you take them out there, you set the appointment, you go out there, and they're always going to be like, well, the house isn't exactly what I thought it was going to be like from the picture. And then I say, of course it doesn't, because it's the listing agent's job to take fantastic pictures. You think looking at the pictures, you're getting a mansion. But I'll tell you what I already did, because I've been through this situation 100 times. I've already put together a list of similar properties in the area. So let's go
Mm.
take a look at these. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Okay.
that's a big one. That's definitely a big one. They are never going to go for the first thing that they see. And the other thing is they don't know you, they're not comfortable with you. So number one, I spend a lot of time on the appointments, like talking about problems that I see. Like, let's say, for example, that I notice we walk into a house and the flooring is torn up, or there's foundation or some kind of issues with the house, right? I want to be the one to point that out to the buyer. Why? Like, that doesn't make sense, right? Why am I pointing out problems to the buyer?
Because the monthly payments.
Well, I want to build trust with the prospect, right? And the
Yeah.
reality is, I don't care if they buy that house or this house or that. I don't care which house they buy. I'm more concerned about trying to develop a relationship so that they are going to go with me as their agent, as their trusted source, as an in an advisory capacity, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So that is definitely really critical. And what we find is, you have to be like, I'm energetic about taking them to the next house, the next house after that, right? And the more that you can get them into different houses, I don't know what it is, but it's like you can really quickly build up that trust, authority, and
Right.
I guess not friendship, but something similar to that, by taking them to multiple houses. And just basically, like I said, I'm looking for issues on every house that I go to. And I say, look, even if there's no issues, look at the roof. The roof looks like it's 5 years old. It's probably pretty good. Look at the air conditioner. It looks like it's been replaced recently, or it looks like it's several years old. It might be time for it to get it some service. So I'm going to point out anything that I can think of, that I can see, that I want them to know that I'm on their side. How am I going to
Exactly.
earn their trust and credibility and respect without
Mhm.
showing them that I am there as an advocate for them? I'm actually literally just trying to help them. I'm not trying to sell them a house. I'm trying to help them understand the buyer's process and issues that can come back to bite them on the house, so that they look at me as an advisor and not a salesperson, right? That's a key ingredient.
Yeah, we want to build trust more
Yeah.
than anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Exactly. Yeah. And so that's why. What do you want? So he's gonna be working in both, just getting the agents, and we'll see how it goes as far as like how long it takes you for you to handle the call, because he
Mhm.
cannot be transferring like so often. You have
Mhm.
to give him about like 10 minutes in between the transfers, right?
Yes.
But like
Yes.
10 minutes in the
Well,
middle.
okay, I have an idea about that. Okay, so let's say, for example, Nicholas just transferred me an agent, like literally like a minute ago, and he starts to call again, and he gets somebody else that wants to talk to me. Well, at that point, we can say, well, if you want to hold on for a couple of minutes, we can do this live transfer. Or let's set up a time where the manager can call you back, because I know that I just got off the phone with him and I know he's on another call right now. So that
Mhm.
might be a different way of handling that. But the main thing for us is to find out, well, who's actually motivated and who would actually be looking to talk with us further. Like, what agents have made up their mind about where they're going. If they made up
Right.
their mind about where they're going, get them off the phone. Like, we don't care about them. They've already made up their mind. Next, right? Like, let's disqualify those people quickly. And then we can focus on the people that actually have not made up their mind yet, that are still kind of researching and thinking about their options and, what else
Mhm.
is out there. And those are the people that we need to be like targeting and focusing on, right? And then from there, from there, we set up these calls and these transfers, right? So that's like the ideal prospect for an agent for me to connect with.
That
Okay.
sounds perfect. And can we do a play role? And can you be Nicholas? Team? Can you just be and Nicholas is gonna be the agent just to show him how it goes?
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking for that email, man.
Oh,
I
I
don't.
sent it to you.
Well,
Did you
if you
see it?
guys want, I can share my screen so you guys can see the script. Is that okay?
It's
Or
kind
Yeah,
of hard
but
for me. It's kind of hard
yeah,
for me to
it
see
is
from my
hard
phone.
to see
So
it. But
oh,
I
okay.
just sent it. Can you
I got it.
refresh?
I got it. I got it. Cool, man.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay.
Right.
So, hello.
Yes.
Hi. I'm looking for Nicholas.
Yeah, that's me.
Awesome. So, Nicholas, my name is Tim, and I'm calling from Directed Realty. We are a real estate brokerage leading. We were going to change this part of the script, Javier. We are a real estate brokerage. We are a leading real estate brokerage
Top producer.
in the Lake City area.
Okay, just like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. So let's go ahead and write this down. Okay. Well, I have the video. I'm gonna share the video with you guys as soon as we finish. Okay. And so that will be the introduction part. So we
Uh-huh.
just want to make
And
sure that we
so
say.
you'll notice, like, as soon as I get somebody on the phone, I'm like, awesome, because I want
Right.
to convey some kind of excitement to the prospect, right?
Mhm.
Like, you want to come in with a little bit of a high energy, and let them wonder, like, what's going on, because this might be the most important call that they ever get today, this
Exactly.
week. We don't know, right? Like, literally 99% of brand new agents have no idea what to expect with any of this. What they teach in real estate school is how to fill out a contract. There's certain parts of getting your license that they're going to teach you in licensing school. It has nothing to do with selecting a brokerage, knowing the difference between agents, what makes a good agent versus a bad agent. The licensing schools don't teach any of that. They don't care. It's like
Right.
they're here to sell you a $300 course or a $500 course. I got your money. I'm going to give you this information. Bye. Hope it works out for you. That's the reality of real estate licensing school. Okay.
That's it. And how long it takes and how much they have to pay ballet.
There's different courses available. I've seen online only with like written documents that you can study for like $100. I mean, or like $150. Like bottom barrel. You read these instructions, read these books, and then you can go sit for the test and get your license. I've seen people be successful with that. I paid more to go sit in a class because I couldn't learn just by like reading books. It's like too boring for me. Okay. So there are $100 courses, $150 courses out there. There's probably $700 courses out there. And it's really going to be dependent on like, we're not going to know what school they went to or anything like that. But generally speaking, you can get through the course material in about 30 to 60 days if you're serious about it.
Okay, that sounds like a good deal. Well, but yeah, they have no idea about that, about the 85 to 90% statistics.
Yeah. And also
Yeah,
that everybody knows a real estate agent, like you were saying, Tim. That's a really
yeah.
good.
And the other
Yeah.
piece to that, man, is let's say, for example, that I work as an engineer or I work as a doctor or a nurse or attorney or something like that. For me, like, real estate could be just like a part-time thing where I have a friend or a family member that's looking for a house. I say, great, let me take some time away from work to go help you and get this done. And that's like side income, right? And I don't know what the statistics are for how many agents are full-time, but we could talk about this on the initial call with these people, with these agents, and say something like, a lot of these brokerages are set up to recruit, and bring in hundreds of agents where one agent might do one deal a year. And the thing is, the brokerage is going to make their money by charging them, a few $100 a month as a flat fee to sit in their office to hang their license with them. And that agent might do one deal a year. And it's not a full-time thing for them. It's just like a part-time, like a hobby type thing. Or maybe they're older and retired. This is just money to supplement their Social Security or their retirement income or something like that. You see what I mean? So
Yeah.
a lot of agents are just doing this part-time, but a lot of brokerages are set up to handle all of these part-time agents to say, okay, you got one deal this year, you got two deals this year, you got three deals this year. I'm gonna, as a brokerage, I can make money off of that, and I'm going to charge them like a monthly fee just to be like licensed with me. So for me, it's like I don't have to really do any work. That agent might get one deal a year, bring me money, and then I just sign off on the paperwork, right? This is the reality of a lot of the way a lot of brokerages are set up. And I think the value for us, or kind of what makes us different, is we're really not looking for part-time people. We're not looking for part-time people. We're looking for very like passionate, motivated, full-time people to come in and try to make this into a career and a lifestyle. Because that's what actually, I mean, honestly, that's what this is for me. And I've met a lot of great agents, and I kind of see the same thing with them. This is not a hobby for us. Like, if I don't go off and like close some deals, I'm gonna starve. Like, I can't feed my family.
Right.
This is a full-time thing for me, and I take it very seriously.
Hmm.
And so we're looking for a kind of like-minded type people to say, well, you're congratulations on getting your license. Are you trying to make this into a full-time career, or what's your plan? And you can kind of qualify them that way, right?
Yeah,
And
like both parties are winning in that situation. So
what's that?
like both parties are winning in that situation, both the agents and the brokerage, because everybody's getting deals. They're making a career off of it. It's not just like a part-time thing. So yeah, pretty
Yeah,
good.
So
yeah,
yeah, we're looking for the full time. They want to be full time agents.
yeah,
Yeah, because if they want to succeed, being a part time is gonna get harder for them,
yeah. Well, the
right?
other thing for us is we spend a lot of money on resources for these people. Like, if somebody comes in and they're full time, we're going to be buying them leads. We're going to be buying them systems that they can use to go off, get leads, and go take those leads and turn them into bigger money. You see what I mean? So for us, like, I can't have somebody that, let's say, works as a mechanic during the week and a realtor on the weekend. Like, I'm not interested in having that kind of person come in, because I want somebody that's like, okay, I need you to stop what you're doing at 8:30 this evening and go meet this person because they want to go look at this house and they're interested in it. Can you do that? And if they can't, be like, okay, well, I think somebody else would be a better fit for you, because this is what we're doing. This is my life. This is not like I'm going to go hang out on the weekends and see if I can sell a house. No. Make sense?
It
Yep.
does make sense. Yeah. So, well, as for the introduction, that will be, yeah, just kind of plain and simple. Hi, this is Nicolas, and I'm calling from Director Realty. And we are located in Lake City. So it is important to mention that, because we just need to be local. We are a local company in Lake City, and all of these agents are around it, right? No,
So
not farther than
I'm
30
gonna
minutes.
say we are the leading real estate brokerage in the Lake City area, right?
Lake
We
That's
City.
like
so we are
A,
a
okay,
leading real estate brokerage in Lake City. Yeah.
A, yeah, yeah, okay,
So make
in
the
Lake City.
corrections as needed. Thank you.
We are a leading real estate brokerage in Lake City.
Lake
League, like
City.
2020 league.
Lead.
Like
Oh,
the
league. Okay,
L
I
E
thought
A
lake.
D U E.
Yeah, Lake City, it
Lake.
makes a difference, man. And like, if somebody might mispronounce your city, you will be like, what? Where are you located?
Wow, of course. So
Yeah.
it's Lake City. Okay, okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. So we are a leading real estate brokerage in Lake City,
Yeah,
and
we are a leading real estate brokerage in Lake City.
yeah.
Okay.
And then how can I help you? Um, okay.
Hmm.
We understand you just got your we just I like to say congratulations like right up front, but like again, it comes about like how you deliver the tone, right? Like right from the beginning, you want to come in with a high tempo, a high
Uh huh.
energy, to be able to engage them and kind of get them excited about like, what the hell are you calling me about, right? Like
Exactly.
you want them to be like interested in what you have to say. And if you're not delivering that correctly, they're gonna tune out, man. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
He was watching the video. I don't know if you still have that video that I did the other day, but a month ago. Remember that I was calling some agents.
mhm.
So that's the energy level, right? You have to be on top of that. the energy level, because if you call in with like a low energy level, no, it's not gonna work. Okay, so you have to own the call. And as far as
Yeah.
the congratulations, okay, we understand with that that you just got a license, real estate license, and just kind of with enthusiasm, and they're gonna feel it.
Congratulations, congratulations, congrats. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
just like high energy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, Javier, that's the right word. That's the word I was looking for. Is it's got to be kind of enthusiastic, like,
Right.
you're happy to be talking with them and congratulating them. It's an exciting change for their lives. Like they just spent this time and this money to work on their license and they're trying to make a career move potentially,
Mhm.
and we know we can help them. I know I can
Yeah.
help them, and this, like I said, it comes back to you, Nicholas, knowing when you make that call that you might be making the most important call that they're going to get today
Right.
or month or this year. Like we don't know, right? We don't know what their goals are. We don't know what their life plans are. But like that call that you make to that prospect could be like the most important call of their lives and they don't even know it. But you've got to be able to convey that to them. Because if they got on a losing real estate team, they're going to be out of the business in 6 months or a year. If they get
Hmm.
on a great real estate team, they could go crush it and make $1 million a year with this shit, right? I mean, that's the reality.
It is.
I mean, if they're good, so you can't discount how important it is to be able to convey that value to them, because you're calling them and you know that you have an excellent product to deliver to them. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're talking about. So that's your job to be able to convey that, right? That excitement, that enthusiasm.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely sounds good. I'm gonna use those tips, and I'm gonna make sure that I have a lot of energy during the calls. So yeah.
Yep. So if we as for the script, so that's the thing. So you have to see the location, Lake City. You have to say the location really clearly
Yeah.
and in energetic. And then after that, what will be the proper handling after that scene?
Yeah.
So can we continue
Like,
with the script?
Yeah.
Congratulations. We understand you just got a real estate agent's license. Well, without the agents, right? We understand you just got a real estate license, just like that, right?
Yeah, just to let them know that you know, and they will be like, they will be like thinking like, how do you know? Wow, I'm in trouble. Are you gonna cancel my license? And so they will be like wondering. They need to get more information. Why? How do you know?
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah, and the reality is when they get that call, they might actually think that this is a super important call right off the bat. Because
Exactly.
if you're calling them about their license, you might be calling from the state of Texas to tell them that they've been denied getting their license or something like that. They have
Yeah.
no idea why you're calling them. That could be like a really important call for them.
Exactly.
So,
They're definitely going to pay attention, at
yeah,
least.
at least at
They
So,
first,
will.
until they figure out what it is that you want, so you can really captivate them for the first few moments of that phone call and,
Exactly.
and nail it. And the other thing that I would say is, if you're not like, if you're, let's say for example that you're only 50% comfortable with the script right now, I would
mhm.
tell you to practice it like a couple of times before you start making those phone calls, so that it comes off cross natural. Like when you make the phone call, you want to, you have, by the time you make the phone call, you want the script to be like, it doesn't have to be memorized, but you want to be focused on the way you're delivering the information,
Yeah, like the
not
concept.
not what information. Like you want to know the information well enough to be
Hmm.
focused on the tone and the delivery, not
Right,
what am I supposed to say next, I don't remember. You see what I'm saying?
right.
Mhm.
So I would just say get like practice it enough so that you're comfortable with it,
Hmm.
and then your phone call becomes about like, how do I deliver this information with like the most excitement and to really like get their attention versus okay, I don't remember what I was supposed to say next, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because then you're not even thinking about your tone. You're not thinking about anything else but the words you're trying to say next.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
like you're
Yeah.
calling me and reading to me, right? So
Yeah,
we want
yeah.
to avoid that, so that there is some practice involved with that, you know.
Yeah. And Tim, can you continue with the script just to show the call handling
Yeah, yeah,
server?
yeah, yeah. Okay, so uh, you're more than welcome. Okay, great. We will. So if they're still working on their license, we can help you with that too. And like I said before, and we wanted to change this on the script too, Javier. But the transition, we talked about this. So like I said before, we are located in League City, and we want to help you start closing deals within the first 2 to 4 weeks of you coming on. And so the prospect says, okay, yeah, okay, tell me more, whatever they say, right? So Javier, this is the old one, man. Like this script is the
Yeah.
old.
Oh yeah, that is the only one I haven't updated it yet because I was just waiting for this meeting. But
Okay.
but I'll do it right after this meeting is gonna be done.
Okay. So we had talked about transitioning
Yep.
from that next comment into, well, Sarah, I don't know if you've given it any thought, but there are probably about 45,000 real estate agents in our area right now. And so I was kind of wondering, have you given it any thought about how are you going to differentiate yourself against other agents? And so let me give you an example. I went on an appointment yesterday, and the buyer who I was meeting for the first time told me that their sister was a realtor. And so, at that point, I can't tell you how many times that this has happened to me, but it happens quite often. And what you want is you want to be able to handle that with an appropriate response. And so actually what we do is we have a list of buyer values. When I go to the appointments, a lot of buyers think that the job is about opening doors or unlocking doors.
Mhm.
It's not about that. Okay, unlocking a door and letting them into the house is like a tiny piece of the job.
Yeah.
Like I have this and I have this and I have this and I have this, and I have this list printed out and I hand it to them and I say, actually, sir, we spent a lot of time helping you look at contractors and helping you understand the repairs that are going to be involved and what is going to be your risk in taking on a house like this. Because as a buyer, with you being a buyer, what I'm here to do is I'm going to help you get the best possible deal out of the transaction. And if there are repairs, I'm going to try to figure out how to get the seller to pay for them so that you don't have to. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like right away, trying to come up with value to the prospect that has nothing to do with opening doors.
About how they can build a better relationship with the buyer, like how we can provide them strategies to do that, and well, basically the knowledge.
Yes.
And okay.
Yeah, and so that goes back to like the agent trainings that we have on a regular basis in our office, right? So, I mean, I can look up and send that list to you, Javier, and you can pass that along to Nicholas. But it's not something that I would expect you to memorize or anything like that. It's really just for your own kind of information, But I would talk about it like, we have a whole list of items that you can present to that buyer on the initial meeting to help the buyer understand, like, okay, this guy has a license, you have a license, that guy has a license. Who cares? Like, I don't, everybody has a license that I talk to. Why is that important? Well, to be honest with you, having a license is not really that important. Having the experience and going through hundreds of transactions is important. And if you're a brand new agent and you're coming in and have never done a deal before, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be piggybacking off of a mentor on your team to help you understand the problems that come up in transactions and how to be able to work through those. That's the real value of dealing as a buyer. That's the value of dealing with an experienced agent. And then as a brand new agent, that's the value of dealing with someone that is actually going to be kind of holding your hand through the training and recruiting, the recruiting process to bring you on, help train you well, and help you start making some money so that you're not quitting this job in 6 months because you're not making any money.
Like 90% or 85% of real estate agents do.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, all of those points are really good. Yeah, I'm not trying to like memorize all of that, but it's a really good message to have in my head, so that way I can tell them about the benefits that we can offer them at any given time. If they start asking me questions or we're just having like a normal conversation,
Right.
I can just start pointing out little details that are gonna like well, spark up their interest and want to work with us for, or even talk with you further. But
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. So,
Okay.
that is exactly what I wanted to get across to you,
Okay.
is to understand this stuff from a high level, so you can speak in general about it. I don't expect you to memorize stuff. Like, there's like two statistics, or two very important things on that script that you do need to know, but
Yep.
everything else is just generalities. Like, you're just going for the live transfer, and I'm the one that's going to be handling most of this stuff anyway. But the better that you have like a framework in your mind of how to deliver this and understand it and know what we're talking about, right? Like, you'll be able
Exactly.
to convey
Yeah.
that. You'll be able to convey that to the prospect effectively, and have it more likely that they're going to be actually interested in what we have to say.
Yeah, it's a winning-winning situation. It's a winning situation for the buyer, for them, well, for us as well. But yeah, it's everybody wins. So I think it's a really good strategy. And yeah, with those tips and the concept, I think I'm gonna be able to have good results. Definitely.
Yeah.
What we can do, if it's in, do you have time? What we can do is like develop the script like right away. Can we work in this document like a Google document together? So I'm gonna send you the link. I just created it. Let me just gonna send the. I'm gonna send the link like right now. So I'm using the concierge account, and that is a document. So can you click on it? And I'm gonna copy paste the old script so we can actually make the changes as we speak.
I'll tell you what, Javier. I'm going to jump off and reopen the link from my computer, because
Okay,
this is not work. This phone is not working for me to be able to do this. Okay.
okay, no problem.
All right. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay, yes, sir. So in the middle time, I'm gonna copy paste the new the script. So let's see, this is right here. Okay. Nico, so can you open that link?
Do you send it to me on via email?
Not right here on Discord on this platform.
Okay.
Look on the chat.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, so we can actually get it done like during the call with team. You know what I mean? So he was on the phone. I thought he was on the computer. Basically, he's good, man. He's good. He's really good. He's engaged, 100%. Like I'm engaged. Like some people is not engaged in whatever they doing. That's why they just don't do good, man. I took to get a license in the states. It was much like oh yeah, I can
Much
see you
more
now.
expensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Tim. Yeah, I can see you too.
Great. Javier, can you resend that link in here now?
Yep.
I
Absolutely.
lost it.
So then, so I
Okay.
just resended it.
Thanks.
Okay. And Nico, can you access to the document as well?
It says request sent.
Oh yeah, I have to give you guys access. Okay, so I just about to send the request in probably 20 seconds, 10 seconds. Okay, so now you have the access team, and now I'm gonna do Nicolas.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, really good. And Nico, you already have access there.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, good.
So, Javier, let me ask you, man. Like, we went over all of these points yesterday or the day before. I thought you were going to make these changes too. Like, you were taking notes.
I have I have the audio. I have the audio. So if you want to, I can just go ahead and do it. It's about like 2 or 3 minutes audio that I got
Mhm.
out of the whole big audio. So if you want to, I can make the changes and just put it in here so we can see it.
Yeah, because I felt so. The reason I'm saying that is because I felt like the stuff that we came up with the other day sounded really good.
Oh
So
yeah, it does. I can play the audio in this. Do you want to
yeah,
play the audio
that's
like
fine.
right now?
Okay, great.
Okay, so let me bring the audio.
Because if we have to do this all over again, it's not going to come out. I don't think it's going to come out as good. So
Okay, yeah, no problem. So it's, we're just gonna check the audio. And is here. Let's try this platform to see if yeah, you're supposed to. Let me see. Did you guys hear that? No.
what?
No,
No.
no, I
Okay.
don't.
So let's see how can I actually do it.
It's probably on your headset only, huh?
Yeah, only my headset. But let me see if I copy. Yeah. Did you guys see it now? Or hear it?
Yeah, just like a little bit.
Tiny, tiny bit, man. I can't hear that, but I can just hear voices.
Okay, so I have the audio too. I'm gonna try to share it so to see if you guys can hear it. Give me 1 second.
All right.
I'm looking at
Okay,
the
so it's
script.
playing now. Can you guys
Hello,
hear it?
real estate agent. Yes. Hi, I'm looking for
Yep.
call the